Man, y'all know I've been following the Steelers for over 4 decades. But we beefing in the family right now.
Are you surprised?
No, especially once I found out who's involved.
Yeah, I would be surprised if it was anybody else. I ain't surprised that is him, man. He was at the height of that rivalry. He was one of the one. His face, some Steelers' faces just get me riled up.
Right.
Of course, I don't know the man personally, but just from watching the football games, Hines Ward's face to this day, I can't. Hines Ward. Just sidetrack real quick. He did like a side. Well, maybe it was his actual job at the time. I was watching this morning news show, and I was watching it faithfully, getting ready for work. And then they said they hired a new sports guy to go over sports. Here go his face. the new sports guy, and he had no Steelers stuff on. He wasn't talking about football, but he was talking about all sports. Had a suit on, clean, right? Wasn't even being antagonistic, being a good. Was he good? He was good, but you know what I did?
You switched to say.
I could not watch. I couldn't wake up in the morning getting ready for work watching his face. I couldn't. It's crazy. It's psychological. Yeah, everyone. I go to work angry. I go to work pissed off. Same.
What is the problem they had with Ben? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm going to give you the rundown. Since Tomlin has walked away, departed, terminated, use fill in any word you want, there's been a lot of polarizing comments about his departure. James Harrison said, in his opinion, he wasn't a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I could do a 1-hour show just on that one topic. So we not.
I would agree.
Yeah. He is extremely bitter, and I'm gonna tell you why he's bitter. Him and Joe Hayden got this podcast called Deebo and Joe. Really good podcast. Yep. I subscribe to it. I watch it sometimes. He mentions every once in a while getting cut by the Steelers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's still bitter about that. About Tomlin wasn't forthright and honest with his intentions in the upcoming season, how much he was going to use him. He switched up on me on this. He lied to me about this. This was 15 years ago, and he's still talking about it. You got to move on, Deebo. I know you're not going to watch this podcast, so you may watch it. I know you're not going to care. Move on, bro. It's 15 years ago. That's number one. Number two, Joey Porter asked a really pertinent question because he really had a lot to say about Ben. Because Ben's negativity toward Tomlin wasn't as bad as Deebo. Deebo's like, he ain't no Hall of Famer. 200 wins, man, get out of here. What are you talking about? If 200 wins is a Hall of Fame, there's going to be a lot of coaches that don't go. All right? That's number one. He's still better, but Ben wasn't that bad. Ben made some comments. Joey crashed down on Ben and made this comment about James Harrison. He said, look, you were pissed off when Tomlin cut you. I understand. Bill Cowher cut you 3 times.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw when he said that. Yeah.
You didn't say nothing about Cowher. Yeah. And I was like, ooh. Joey got a big mouth, but he makes, every once in a while, he has something smart to say.
Hey,
and I got another half. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
No, he said something about Ben. I was reading it today, actually. He was saying something to the effect he wasn't a true captain, not a good leader. And
you remember?
He said he was a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's a bad person. Yeah.
Bro, that's a whole different level. And then if you look at the thread, the responses in the comments, other Steelers players co-signed it. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Ben, I'm telling you, and we had this conversation in Shaw's basement when Hines Ward called Roethlisberger a drama queen, and I didn't have a problem with it, and you were like, he need to shut up. And I was like, no, a team leader should have the freedom to make a comment like that. We weren't having those issues before Roethlisberger, but now I know he was great and got us to some Super Bowl, but he had to keep stuff going.
Roethlisberger was not the beloved figure that some people think he was.
He was not. He was not. Mason Rudolph like Joey Porter's comment.
If I got to know Roethlisberger, I probably would like him. But the fact, from the fact that he played for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I want to say to people like, yeah, James Harrison, but I can really say it to Joey Porter.
Mm-hmm.
They think they would have won. They think they would have made those 3 trips to the Super Bowl and win 2 of them.
Without that, no way.
How good your defense is. You all had Jason Gildon, LaVon Kirkland. We could go on and on. The tremendous defensive players Pittsburgh had over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them never even sniffed the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
So
I hear you.
So if Roethlisberger would have got drafted by somebody else, pick one of the other 31 teams in the league,
we would still have just 4 Super Bowls, right?
they would still be talking about. You remember in 1975 when Jeff
you know what, Ed? I'm gonna give you
the black and white Super Bowls.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of kickback on that. I agree with everything you just said. That was needed. But here's what I'm gonna compare Roethlisberger's ire and negativity with Tomlin and him walking away. I'm view it the same way as when Ray Rice slapped around his old lady on that elevator. And when Ray Lewis had something to say about it, he wasn't as supportive to Ray Rice. That's how I view it. Then you had some legal issues, and you needed the support of the organization, your head coach, and the fans, and all 3 were there for you. So you got to be careful what you say, because if you had some issues with women when you were dating the woman you married to now. So, yeah, so when Ray Rice ran into his legal troubles, Ray Lewis, I'm disappointed. I can't believe it. And now I'm like, wait a minute. You were facing a murder charge. Well, you didn't do it. I know you didn't do it. But you needed the support of the fans, the organization, and your teammates, and you got it. Now your little brother needs some support, and you're going to chastise him? A lot of people didn't say it publicly, but wasn't rocking with Ray after he crashed down on Ray Rice. They forget what they've been through. Roethlisberger can't forget what he's been through. And it sounds like he has forgotten. That's the issue.
I give Joey credit for this much. At the end of the article I read, he said something like, I love him and he was my quarterback. He's just not a good person. And that statement made me believe him. You know, because people can write a lot, you don't know what's true, what's not. But that last sentence made me really believe what he said, because that sounded very honest. You know, he's like, he's my quarterback, I love him, he's my teammate, but he just be real with us, he's not a good guy. He's just being honest. He's just being honest. It reminds me of when Mike Tyson got accused of rape. And, you know, in a court of public opinion, people trying to decide if he's guilty, if he's not guilty. Only people truly know are him and a young lady. But what made me believe Mike, and of course I have no proof, but just what made me believe him was they were interviewing him about it. When someone has a moment of clarity and total honesty, the way I view it, the way it seems to me, it makes me believe him. He said, man, I wish I really would have done it. Something like that he said. And when he said it, I was like, first of all, that is an insane thing to say. And it makes you look horrible. But the fact that you said it is starting to make me believe you now. You know, that you're innocent.
It has the ring of truth.
There's truth to it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's when Joey said that, it just sounded like, you know, it didn't sound, he knows that doesn't make him look good to say that, Joey Porter, but it just sounds like it's just honest.
Well, Sean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of Steelers, past and present, that did not have a problem with what Joey said. The social media reaction, you didn't have to comment. The amount of likes from Mike Mitchell. Mike Mitchell was a Steeler 10 years ago. What you responded for? He liked it. Current players. Ben treated Mason Rudolph like crap. He treated him like crap. He's still your teammate. He liked it. He's still on the team.
I'll tell you what. One thing I noticed, especially these quarterbacks, when they winning, I remember when we was little, and Emil, you remember Joe Theismann for the Redskins. His teammates couldn't stand him.
Right.
They was going to Super Bowls.
Yeah. Theismann was
Rodgers. Now, as soon as Theismann couldn't get them to the Super Bowl anymore, now all of a sudden, man, this guy's a jerk.
He's a jerk.
He's been a jerk.
Right.
That's not
right.
So Aaron Rodgers, it's I heard Kyler Murray's a jerk.
Oh yeah, he's a little polarizing. He could be a little polarizing. I heard Jeff George is a jerk.
but he would have been in the league a lot longer if he would have got teams to the Super Bowl.
You talk about a man that could sling the rock. Jeff George could throw and was the biggest you-know-what in the locker room. Alienated everybody, but he had this. But yeah, I call it internal strife. It's another topic to talk about on podcasts. A lot of people, Tomlin did not lack support in his decision. A lot of people were sorry to see him go, despite the multiple 3 straight 10-7s and 1-and-dones and 0-7. Yeah.
James Harris. Everybody else.
Oh, and it's another offensive lineman. It's Harrison and this. I don't know if y'all remember. Offensive lineman last name was Essex, Trey Essex.
I remember Suggs used to run circles around him.
He come out very negative against Tomlin. So Tomlin absolutely, yeah. Well, I follow everything still. Yeah.
It was Tomlin's fault that Terrell Suggs used to beat Trey Essex.
No, and I'm sure that's not how Trey Essex is looking at it.
I don't care how he look at it. I'm watching the game laughing. I'm like,
and to be honest with you,
look, wasn't he number 78?
Essex, something like that, yeah.
How did I know that?
Remember it?
Because he saw the back of his jersey.
Suggs laughing on his way to Roethlisberger.
To be honest with you, Suggs did better against the Steelers than any other team in his entire career. He beat a lot of cats on our offensive line in Essex.
I bet you one thing. I don't remember all of their jersey number.
Right.
You don't remember the opposing team's O-line.
Oh, you mean I can't let you get away with that? What Highsmith does to Ronnie Stanley? You gonna let you slide away with that? Highsmith beats Ronnie Stanley like a drum, strokes him like a violin, and y'all know it. Now let me stop. But yeah, they call it internal strife. I think James Harrison needs to turn the page. Some of the best players in NFL history have been cut, bro. You were coming off back surgery. It was time. It was probably
the Ravens cut. The Ravens cut.
Yeah, you've been cut 5 times in his career. You won a Super Bowl under Tomlin's watch and a defensive player of the year. You should be thankful. He's a DPOY in 2009. What you pissing and moaning for? I don't get it. And I think there's a fine line between complaining, having legitimate gripe, and whining. I think he's whining. I think he needs to get over it. And Ben Neasy, he has a very successful podcast. He need to watch it. Can't forget our past. He's been in some trouble. And all this negativity about Tomlin and Steeler Nation, you're getting chopped up. Steeler Nation ain't having it. He is a very, very talked about in a very positive way in Steeler Nation. And you coming out talking about he ain't a Hall of Famer, you're getting lit up. And we still gonna light him up the rest of the week. Yeah, this ain't gonna be over till next week.
They swept that problem you had, and I don't know all the facts, of course. I don't know many of the facts. I just read 1 or 2 articles about it, but they swept that problem he had under the rug real good for him back in the bathroom. Yeah, that was
yeah.
That went away real smooth. That was
you know what? It was. Tomlin has hid. Look at some of the crap that he had to hide with Antonio Brown.
You know what, Mill? I give Tomlin more so than his wins and his ability to coach. I give him credit for that more than anything.
Right.
If I'm gonna give him credit for something, it's gonna be that he was able to control some real craziness, man. And I didn't know about it until way after the fact. Nobody knew how insane that man was, Antonio Brown. I didn't know. I had no idea. As soon as he left the Steelers, I'm like, who in the world is this?
I'm not surprised.
We going to see
Goodness great, he kept that under wraps.
stuff in house like that. We gonna see if McCarthy can do it. Keep stuff in house like that.
That's
Tomlin
what I
would,
do, man.
It is. And he was
You
top
have
notch.
the media has sources. You know, them walls talk. The players get vendettas and they spread stuff. I mean, it happens at our jobs, at the normal jobs. You know how, so there's something as grand as an NFL locker room, an NFL team, you know all of the gossiping and drama and this and that. And to be able to control all of that, I give him credit for that more than anything. Goodness gracious.
He kept some jokes.
I've seen some folks come out of that steal a team, and they show their true colors when they get up out of Pittsburgh. Santonio Holmes, Antonio Brown, Plaxico Barr shooting himself. You know, he was able to control some strong.
Martavis Bryant had issues. It's just he can damage control it to the max. Damage control is great at.
Hines Ward and Ben Roethlisberger obviously had something going on that he managed to. You know, they managed to play together and win together. Yeah, so that control starts.
1-2. Ward was on that Seattle and Arizona team. They won 2. Yeah, Ward was on both of them. Santonio Holmes, he was near the end of his career, but Santonio took over. But Ward was on that team. Yep.
Yeah, Santonio Holmes had a huge weed issue, and he kept that under wraps for a while.
So did Martavis. That was his issue.
Yeah,
your boy Shaw, Martavis Bryant. So yeah, that's all. I'm gonna miss it. I hope they don't draft no knucklehead because he's not. McCarthy is not the damage control head coach Tomlin is.
No.
In 2015, Antonio Brown did something. I'm saying to myself, they drafted him in 10. I'm gonna say around 13 or 14. He did something really, really stupid. And I'm saying to myself, this is way before they had interviewed his football coach from middle school. Now, Antonio's an adult now, so you got to be careful talking about a child when you were coaching him. And he was real respectful of it because his father's listening, his mother's listening, family of Antonio Brown is listening. And his middle school football coach posted a picture of Antonio Brown with the team photo. And he basically said, I've been having trouble with him. And he said this in middle school. So you're talking 12, 13-ish, 14, not listening, incredibly talented, team player, uncontrollable, unhinged, short temper, great catch, great run, can play football. The same thing that been plaguing him. So when I heard that, I'm like, this is going to be an issue. So once...
it wasn't CTE?
Well,
I think that exaggerated it, Percy. I think it exaggerated. I think he already had the issues, but I do think he has CTE or something going. But I think that just exacerbated it.
Did Vontae's Burfict put on him?
Almost broke his neck.
Yeah, he almost killed him. It was awesome.
That's crazy. So his middle school coach said this.
And getting paid doesn't help either. I can't remember what player it was, but somebody that played for the Steelers was quoted as saying when he gets paid. I can't remember the exact quote, but he said when he gets paid, Ron Clark said, he said something negative was going to happen when he gets paid, basically.
Well, that's most people. When people get money, they become more of what they are, right?
Yeah, bigger what they are, bigger what they already are. So you got that amplifying it, and then you have the head issues amplifying it. So now he's totally unhinged, man.
Yeah,
the man is just unhinged, and I think his freedom is threatened now. I was reading an article a few weeks ago where
he got a case. Because he fired a gun off or something in the crowd or something like that.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Yeah, I believe he has a felony charge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he does.
He fired a gun off in the crowd. So.
He's stupid.
Yeah, he might be gone. He might be gone, man, for a while.
He's stupid. He need to go to jail. Relax. Take some time off.
Allegedly, I don't want to get us in trouble. He allegedly fired him.
Well, they had a warrant out for that boy.
No video, but it's alleged.
Right.
Stupid is as stupid does. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. So, fellas, I think that's going to be it. And before we disconnect, pitches and catches have reported.
That picture of the Orioles this time.
Bassett, we got Bassett.
He's a good
I love it.
rotation guy. Yeah.
I love it. Well,
Still need an ace.
Bassett now. Don't sleep. I know he didn't know, and I know you watched it, but he played well in the World Series. He's been there.
One season though, Mill.
No. He's been nephew.
Yeah, he's 10 years in the league. He's always been solid. But you're right. His last year was really.
You know what you have to go by? I like to look at a stat called opening day starts.
Okay.
When your team starts the season, or you're the first pitcher on the mound, 3 straight years he was an opening day starter. So he's closer to top of the rotation as opposed to middle. You don't get to start 3 straight opening days.
Number 3, you got Bradish, you got
Trevor Rogers.
Yes. And I think he's right after that. What happened to Kramer? We getting off the subject, but y'all, we need to have an Orioles discussion.
But you know what, Neil, to Percy's
Kramer's always at the back.
I like the depth, but one thing I really would like is I'm still a little worried about the bullpen.
I got you.
Late in the year, you need guys in the 7th and 8th inning that can sometimes that can just blow teams, that can just get guys out. Just finish the game off. And I'm not sure if we have that.
Right, I got you.
And we still don't have an ace.
You're talking about the middle relievers, right? You're not worried about the closer, right? You're just talking about middle relief.
Yeah, setup guys, and even the closer. He's good, but Toronto had a good closer, and look what happened to them. They was 2 outs away from the world winning the whole thing. In fact, So I mean, I know that lights out killer closers don't grow on trees. Guys like Mariano Rivera. But I just would like to hand that ball to somebody in the 8th and 9th inning, and it would be like everybody can put their gloves down because
right. Yeah. Well,
we have one when he's healthy. When he's healthy, we still have one. He's just not.
I think they're trending in the right direction. They sunk. I don't know what happened. The bottom fell out, and now they're kind of to a degree rebuilding. So I think with the signings, that we got bats now. That's going to help tremendously, at least during the regular season. Having bats may not always help you in the playoffs. You got to be pitching. But hey, man, it's something. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be positive. I think I might go to opening day. I'm trying to be.
I want an ace, man. I still want an ace.
Well, Sean, the thing about that.
If you listen to the radio, the fans are up in arms saying that they haven't spent enough money. They're saying that what's the general manager's name?
Mike Elias.
They're saying Elias has dropped the ball, but I'm like, the guys that he's offered money to don't want to come to ball.
That's the thing. They spending the money.
You can't force them. I don't care. You can throw the money if they say, I don't care how much money you throw me. I'm going somewhere. I'm going to LA or I'm going to San Diego.
Well, Ranger Suarez went to the Red Sox. What you go to them for?
I know
because of the history of the Red Sox.
The Orioles made him a real good offer.
I know. They also made Hunter. What's the boy that was in Philadelphia? They made 2 good offers to 2 top of the line rotation guys, and they did. They trying to spend it.
Yeah, and we tried to retain our ace from 2 years ago. He went to Phoenix.
That's where he's from. It's his hometown.
Yeah. And they.
I get it. Their sentiment. Baltimore, at least from a baseball standpoint, is not a popular destination.
Yeah, it's not.
It isn't.
Look, this contract that we gave to Pete Alonso is pretty much. Alonso was the second choice. They made the same offer to Kyle Schwarber, and he turned it down. So, like you said, you can't force him. You can't force people to come here.
We try.
If they start to get the that feeling back, right, and guys start seeing it, they watch other teams. You start seeing that they come. Oh, the Orioles, they building something over there. Maybe in a couple of years you'll be able to get more free.
Well, they try. All right, yeah, they try. They trying to give the money away, man. They had $180 million for a top of the line rotation starter, and nobody took it.
Yeah, crazy, right?
I'm like, what are y'all doing? Give me a year, get this on together. Let me get a shot at my head.
Right.
I can pitch.
It pays to have that money. I told you, Mill, that type of money. I ain't gonna say it on here, but it pays.
I know. All right, y'all. Well, look, great show. Next Thursday, we're going to talk about. I think we should focus more on the draft because this is really going to be. It's coming up, fellas. I think next Thursday gonna be a draft show.
Do my homework then.
Yeah, absolutely. You're good at that, nephew. You're good researching.
All right, fellas.
All right, y'all. Good talking to you guys. Good show.
No, never mind. I'll text you. I ain't gonna say that on here. I'll text everybody.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right.
See you, fellas.
Yeah.